Most people are trapped in a cycle of waiting for a burst of motivation before they even consider building real wealth. This waiting game is exactly why the vast majority of people stay broke while the top 1% have massive motion. Motivation is nothing more than a fleeting emotion that disappears the moment life gets difficult or boring. If you want to see actual aura in 2026, you must stop relying on feelings and start building systems. Systems are the cold, hard frameworks that pay your bills regardless of how mid you feel. Today, we are diving into 5 specific business models that operate on structure rather than pure human effort. Inspiration usually spikes when you consume a high-energy video or finish an influential business book. It peaks on a Sunday night while you are sketching out plans for your new dream life. However, by Wednesday morning, that spark has typically vanished and your progress is totally cooked. This cycle repeats for years because most people build their future on a feeling instead of a framework. The businesses on this list are designed to do the heavy lifting while you focus on scaling the bag. We aren't talking about passive income fantasies, but real operational models that generate revenue through psychology and leverage. Business number 5, the silent landlord. Imagine collecting monthly rent checks without ever having to deal with a mortgage, property taxes, or catastrophic maintenance repairs. This is storage unit arbitrage, which is one of the most unsexy but consistently profitable businesses hidden in plain sight. Here's the mechanical breakdown. You rent a massive storage unit like a 10 by 30 or a 20 by 20 from a large facility for a flat monthly fee. Then you subdivide that space, either physically with partitions or digitally by listing smaller sections, and rent those portions to individual clients at a markup. You aren't the landlord, you are the middle layer, and that price gap is your pure profit. What most people fail to realize is that the demand for storage space is almost entirely recession-proof. In a booming economy, people buy more junk and need a place to put it. In a shrinking economy, families downsize their homes but rarely get rid of their sentimental belongings, actually driving the demand for storage up. Because you are renting inanimate space, you don't have to worry about tenants calling you at 2 a.m. because the heater broke or the toilet is overflowing. There are no complex negotiations to handle and zero emotional labor involved. You simply post your availability on local marketplaces, collect the digital payments, and repeat the process for consistent, boring monthly cash flow. Business number 4, the invisible agency, a model that can generate between $5,000 and $30,000 monthly. This model focuses on done-for-you lead generation for essential local services like dentists, HVAC contractors, or law firms. These business owners aren't looking for aesthetic brand colors or fancy logo designs. They're looking for one thing, a phone that doesn't stop ringing with paying customers. You build simple, high-converting ad funnels on platforms like Meta or Google to drive that traffic directly into their business. Most beginners fail here because they try to learn every single marketing tactic and build a massive website before ever making a sale. They get stuck in analysis paralysis for months. The people who actually win are the ones who pick one specific industry, let's say plumbing, and get a single undeniable result for one plumber. That first successful campaign serves as the ultimate proof of concept you need to sign 5 more clients in different cities. This operates on a retainer model, which means your income becomes predictable and compounds every month. Business number 3, the boring gold mine. We call the boring gold mine because it is so frequently overlooked by people chasing trendy hustles. Many people think commercial cleaning and facility services are beneath them, but those people are usually the ones struggling to pay rent. The math behind commercial contracts is incredibly violent once you understand the scale. A single office building, local school, or private medical facility can easily pay you $3,000 to $8,000 a month for basic janitorial maintenance. These are long-term B2B contracts with very low churn rates, making your monthly revenue extremely stable and immune to the hype cycle of the internet. The secret to scaling this business into millions is realizing that your job is not to actually pick up a mop. You secure the contract first using a professional sales script, then you hire a reliable crew to handle the physical labor on site. Your role shifts from cleaner to manager, overseeing quality control and maintaining the schedule from your smartphone. Within 18 months, a well-run operation with 5 to 10 contracts can generate upwards of $40,000 in monthly revenue. You are selling a recurring service that's deeply embedded into another company's daily operations. If the office isn't clean, they can't work. This makes you a critical part of their infrastructure, ensuring you get paid first every month. Business number 2, the digital vending machine, where you sell a product once and profit for the rest of your life. Imagine selling a single item 10,000 times without ever having to restock, package, or ship a single box. We aren't talking about low-value get-rich PDFs, but rather high-utility digital assets like Notion templates. These products are built one time and can be sold infinitely to a global audience with zero marginal cost per sale. A well-positioned catalog on Etsy, Gumroad, or Shopify can generate hundreds of automated sales every single week. The millionaire secret here is that the true business isn't a single product, but the catalog. One single template is just a side hustle, but a suite of 20 cohesive products constitute a real business empire. Each product acts as a silent 24/7 worker that never gets tired and never asks for a raise. Because the product is digital, there is zero inventory risk and no frustration with shipping delays or global supply chain issues. You spend your time purely on SEO and content marketing to drive traffic, while the automated checkout handles the rest while you sleep. And finally, we arrive at business number 1, the cash flow machine of service-based subscription models for SMBs. This is the exact model used by quietly wealthy people in their 30s to reach their first million without ever becoming famous. This creates a fundamental shift where you are no longer a freelancer trading hours for dollars, you are a provider selling a guaranteed result. The psychology behind a subscription is vastly more powerful than a one-time sale. Once a service like bookkeeping is integrated into a company's workflow, the switching cost becomes too high for them to bother leaving. Natural inertia keeps the client paying month after month because it's easier to stay with the system that works than to find a new one. This leads to an incredibly low churn rate, meaning a client who stays for 6 months will likely stay for 3 years. With just 15 clients paying $1,500 a month, you're looking at a $22,500 run rate. There is no magic pill for success, but there is a clear difference between a hustle and a system. The businesses discussed today aren't viral and they don't look cool on Instagram, but they make millionaires quietly and consistently. You do not need to wait for the perfect feeling to start building your future financial fortress. Build something today that doesn't care whether you want it or not, and let the systems win.